check, 1, 2, 3. Wow, does the bugger stay on or what? Aloha kako! Wait. This is no need already. Well, power already, yeah? Okay. Aloha kakahayaka. Aloha kako e komo mai a haole ke hiui ana o kahua. How's it, brothers and sisters? My name is Lopaka and I stay with Lopaka Lolo tricycles and Chevai stand. So, I'm going to be your guide today. We're going to spot some old houses and some old buildings in downtown Honolulu. Oh, historical kind. You're going to like them, okay? So just so you know, I get plenty of pilikia in my ear and I cannot hear so well. So if you got comments, go ahead and leave them down below and I'll go try to get to them when I power surf, okay? Guarantees, no worry, brother. Okay, also one more thing. I never went power high school, so I don't trust everything I tell you guys. Could be wrong, right? Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this over to an haole guy so you can hear more better, and we're gonna be good, right? Woo! All right, brothers. Okay. Aloha, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Bob here. Many thanks to my twin brother Lopaka for volunteering to take you guys on a trike tour today of downtown Honolulu. We start our tour here in Chinatown, a bustling area on the western side of the Honolulu's financial district. It's one of the oldest Chinatowns in the United States. The area is filled with local fresh produce vendors, seafood markets, herbal and tea shops, as well as traditional Chinese medicine practitioners, and an international array of fabulous restaurants and eateries. On the eastern edge of Chinatown, you will find the Hawaii Theater, which was restored and reopened in 1996. Some musicians have chosen to go with no amplification or microphones and defer to the natural acoustics of the building. The area surrounding the theater has been transformed into the Honolulu Art District, largely due to the restoration of the theater. The Chinatown Art Walk on the first Friday of each month, which takes place around Nu'uanu and Bethel Streets, brings many aspects of the district alive, including some of Oahu's best nightlife. There are underground wine bars and jazz clubs, as well as urban art and live music. The King and Bishop Street convergence is the hub for Honolulu's downtown business and financial centers. Iolani Palace. After passing the downtown post office, we are at Iolani Palace. King Kamehameha commissioned this construction of the Hale to be the royal palace of the Hawaiian monarchy in 1871. It's the former seat of the government of the Kingdom of Hawaii and the Republic of Hawaii, and is currently used as Hawaii State's Supreme Court. In front of Iolani Palace is the King Kamehameha statue. It is the most recognized statue of the famous king. It was commissioned by King David Kalakaua in 1878 and constructed in honor of King Kamehameha's unification of Hawaii. Iolani Palace was the royal residence of the rulers of the Kingdom of Hawaii, beginning with Kamehameha III during the Kamehameha dynasty, 1845, and ending with Queen Liliuokulani, 1893, under the Kalakaua dynasty, founded by her brother, King David Kalakaua. In 1993, during the overthrow of the Hawaiian Kingdom, its ruler, Queen Liliuokulani, was arrested by the new governmental forces that were aided by the detachment of United States Marines. The Queen was tried before a military tribunal, where she was charged with concealment of treason against the new government, the Republic of Hawaii. The Queen was imprisoned in the palace for a year before being relocated to her home at Washington Place across the street. The palace was used as a capital building for the provincial government, republic and territory, and finally the state of Hawaii until 1969. It was restored and opened to the public as a museum in 1978. It looks like my brother was going too fast in the parking lot. He wasn't showing enough respect. He got busted. Ooh, oh wait. This bandstand on the grounds of Iolani Palace, originally it was used for the coronation of King Kalakaua and was restored, resulting in substantial changes from its original form. The Royal Hawaiian Band performs from the bandstand most Fridays at noon, weather permitting. Also on the palace is the Iolani Barracks, which resembles a medieval castle. The structure once housed the royal guards. The Iolani Palace is the only royal palace on U.S. soil. The Oahu Congregational Church was built by the Hawaiian missionaries between 1836 and 1842 and was designated a United States Historical Landmark in 1962 along with the mission houses. It is the oldest church on Oahu. Mainly to the right of the Kauai Church, on the corner of Punchbowl and King Street, sings the mausoleum for King William Lunalilo, who was the descendant and half-brother of King Kamehameha I. This is Honolulu Hale. Honolulu City Hall is across the street from Kauai Church. Along with housing the office of the mayor of Honolulu, it is the home of the city council chambers of the state and one of the most architecturally beautiful buildings in Hawaii. Across the street is the Hawaii State Library and Archives for those who want to learn more about Hawaiian history. This building here is one of the most famous Hawaiian, make that the most famous globally historic buildings in the world. Yes, it's true. This was where I was born in the previous century. Amazing, huh? Around the corner behind Iolani Palace, we find a large building on the right, which is the State of Hawaii Capitol. It opened in 1969 as the official State House of Hawaii. The building replaced the Iolani Palace as a state government building. A more recent addition to the grounds is the Queen Liliuokulani statue, which was built in 1982. Liliuokulani was the sister of the last king of the Hawaiian kingdom, King Kalakaua. When the king died in 1892, Liliuokulani was declared queen and reigned for merely a year. Upon her release from her 1-year imprisonment at Iolani Palace, Queen Liliuokulani resided at Washington Place for the remainder of her life. From 1922 to 2003, the resident housed Hawaii's governors. It is now a house museum and used for state events. St. Andrew's Episcopal Cathedral sits here on Beretania Street. Kamehameha IV and his consort, Queen Emma, commissioned the construction of the Gothic-style church in honor of his brother, Kamehameha V, who died in St. Andrew's Day in 1863. St. Andrew's is a beautiful cathedral featuring enormous stained glass windows that depict the early exploration of the Hawaiian Islands. On this site is the former Armed Forces YMCA building, which now houses the Hawaii State Art Museum and the Hawaii State Foundation of Culture and Arts. In addition to changing temporary exhibitions, there is a permanent display of Hawaiian art. It reflects a mix of Hawaiian's ethnic and cultural traditions. Known as the Wallstreet of the Pacific, Bishop Street in downtown Honolulu is the nexus of Hawaii's business world, including banking and other major financial activities. Honolulu is considered the financial center of the Pacific, and Bishop Street is the financial center of Hawaii. It houses the first Hawaiian Center, the tallest building in Honolulu, rising 429 feet. The Oahu Railway Terminal was also located in the business district. Ahead of us is the Aloha Town Marketplace, where we rode in our last episode. By the way, we don't recommend riding down the middle of Wallstreet of Pacific on a recumbent trike. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed our tour of downtown Honolulu with my brother Lopaka. Appreciate all your support and tuning in to our channel. Catch you on the next ride. Aloha. Hey Lopaka, looks like you're done work. What, you going over to the O'Toole's, get yourself a brewski, huh? Okay. Whoa, 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 my visor. Hey, bruh, you lost my brim. The brim is gone.
Oh yeah, brother, you owe me.